Hey guys, in this video we're going to do two-step equations that include decimals and negatives. So we're going to start by drawing our line down the middle, down the equal sign. So we need to get rid of everything around the m. So we want m by itself, but remember we got to get rid of our adding and subtracting in this case first. So we're going to get rid of our bow, so we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. And we get negative 4m equals 5. Then we're going to get rid of our negative 4 on both sides. So we're going to divide by negative 4. And then on this side, we're just going to get m equals, and m equals either negative 1 1/4 or negative 1.25. Okay, try the next one on your own and then come back to the video to check it. So for this one, it's got minus a negative. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep change. So then it's a little bit easier for me. So now I have a positive 5 5/10. So I'm going to subtract 5.5 from both sides. I'm going to line up that decimal. So I have 0 5/10 m left. And then on the other side, it's two negatives. So we end up with negative 30. We're going to divide by 5/10 on both sides. So then m will equal negative 60. Here, I'll show you that part over here. 5.5, slide baby slide, add another 0. 5 goes into 36 times. Down the 0 goes in 60. That's how we got 60, and it was a negative and a positive, so our answer is a negative. So make sure you've got that one right. The only trick with that one was the minus the negative up there at the top, but same kind of thing. You guys can do it. So try the next one and then come back and check it. Draw our line down the middle. We're going to add 9.7 to both sides. So then m over 2 equals, we have 9.7 minus 7.0. We get 2.7. We're going to multiply both sides by 2 because that's division, so the inverse is multiplication. So then m equals, our original problem was a negative, so whoops, let me fix that. So it's a negative and a positive, so it's a negative 5.4. Circle your final answer. Notice I just kind of went back and fixed that. So the original problem was m over negative 2. So when I came back down here, I multiplied by negative 2 on both sides. So a negative and a positive gets me back to a negative. Go ahead and try this one and then come back. Don't let it confuse you. The m is still the variable. We want to get it by itself. You just have to get everything around the m gone. So I'm going to subtract 8.7 from both sides. Get negative 4m equals 0. Divide by negative 4 on both sides. So then m equals 0. So this next one can be a little bit tricky. It's kind of like order of operations where there's a parentheses. So you have to get rid of the division first. Kind of pretend like this is in parentheses. So you have to get rid of that 5/10 first and then get rid of the negative 4.9. So this is where the bow is a little bit different because it's written as a fraction. So you want to get rid of the 5/10 first and then get rid of the minus 4 9/10. So I'm going to go ahead and start and multiply both sides by 5/10. My dot's a little bigger. I'll erase that and move it over a little bit. So then we have v minus 4 9/10 left on that side. Then on the other side, 1.38 times 0.5. Slide your decimal over 3 times. Then we are going to add 4 9/10. So then v equals, this one was a negative here because the original problem was a negative, so it's a negative and a positive. So we're going to different signs, we're going to subtract them. So it's going to be 4.21 And that's going to be a positive because the 4 9/10 was greater. So these are the harder ones because we've got to get rid of what's on the bottom with the division first before we get rid of the adding and subtracting. So these are the only cases when it will switch. If it's written like a fraction, when the adding and subtracting is on top, you get rid of the division first, and then you'll get rid of the adding and subtracting.